Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach, and the critical drinker changed, man. I always get these freaking comments. They're like, haven't been here in a few years. What happened to Zach? Like, I can't see the comments on my own video. It's like, oh, I went woke and crazy. Or, y'all are the biggest pussies on the fucking planet and cry like bitches about strawberry shortcake. Just saying. Anyway, critical drinker, as I've been saying, he's he's kind of adjusting to things getting better in a way that's much smarter than the other birthday party clowns. They're still talking like it's 2018. He's talking like it's 2023. So he's behind, but he's ahead of them. So he'll actually give positive reviews. But man, I think if you were a filmmaker, you would rather be called a slur because his compliments are painful. So they have this movie, Primitive War, which sounds like every idea that I developed very intensely for like 24 hours and then gave up on because I was like, nah. So it's like, what if like soldiers in Vietnam fought dinosaurs? And if you're like, they already did that. Well, not exactly. The Sam Jackson King Kong, you had Vietnam soldiers, but they were fighting kaiju, essentially. So it's slightly different. This is one of those stories where it's ideas where it's very exciting when you first come up with it. It's like, oh, that's so cool. And then you just go, okay, so what's the actual story? Like, why does anyone care? And then when you start developing like a good story, you're like, well, then why is it in this silly goofball like Vietnam versus dinosaur? So, not enough. I haven't watched the movie, and I don't have enough detail to determine if Drinker actually saw it. But the damage has been done. So he goes through, he starts his usual shtick with the clips, and it's a very short video, as most of his videos are these days, that are live streams. And he gives like I watched half of the trailer. It's Vietnam soldiers get sent on a mission, and it turns out there's dinosaurs. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I'm guessing you probably didn't see this one either. I'm not going to bury the lead. What happened is the filmmaker, wisely/cynically, decided to kind of cyber flirt with the birthday party clowns, who's saying like, "Hey, I just wanted to make a movie that doesn't have a message in it, and a message, the message." So that got their attention, and all of a sudden, Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker loved it, and they were promoting it, except for the way they promoted it. Well, it was very revealing. It's revealing about what they think about art and what they want art to be. And again, I won't bury the lead. These are small men, and they want art to be small. They want it to be smaller than them, because when it is big, it makes them feel bad. So he's complimenting the movie, but the compliments are awful. It's like, it gets the job done. It's all right. They didn't spend too much money. Like, what is... These are your compliments? And then even towards the end, he kind of admits that it's not that good. It's like 2 hours and 15 minutes for a very simple, basically Shaggy Dog story. What if there were dinosaurs in Vietnam? Well, then there would be dinosaurs in Vietnam. I just saw a movie that I was really looking forward to called Caught Stealing. It's a latest Darren Aronofsky film. And I would describe it as someone wanted to do a Tarantino movie, but they didn't have a sense of humor. And so it's like that. It was very frustrating because I thought it was going to be something. The trailer makes it look like kind of a lighthearted crime movie about a slacker who kind of steps up to the plate. And it's just like this. Everyone gets murdered. I don't even know if that's spoilers, because spoilers, is kind of like, this is the big twist. It's just like, oh, here's a bunch of characters, and they will all be murdered one by one. And it's, okay, spoiler. Zoe Kravitz gets killed in the middle. And she gets killed usually in like a revenge movie. they just have like the wife or the girlfriend in a couple scenes. You don't really get to know her. She's just wife or girlfriend. And you say, oh, that's kind of shallow, but you don't miss them that much when they get killed. I mean, like Frank Castle's wife in the 2004, they always, whenever they want to show a happy family, they're always like being super sarcastic and like dancing in the kitchen. Like that's, I don't know, like that's always like the movie shorthand for a happy family. But you don't know her that well. It's like, oh, she loves him and he loves her and she's nice, and then she dies. And then you're like, all right, cool, he's going to get in a bunch of action. But in this one, you get to know Zoe Kravitz's character. She's a really cool character, and she shows her titties. Um, and so, like, you don't think she's going to die. Now, it's good writing in the respect that I was completely shocked when she was murdered, but I would have done something differently. Like I said, if you want a revenge movie, you shouldn't get to know the people that well, because then because they keep trying to do jokes, and Aronofsky is not good at, like, he doesn't really have a good sense of humor. So, like, it'll just be, like, put forward very flatly, and then you're like, oh, you were supposed to laugh. But, I was very engrossed in it. I was just kind of frustrated. I thought it was going to be something different. But it's a good movie. See how I actually saw it and described it and talked about the characters? Like, he doesn't do that. In his positive review, as usual, there's almost no evidence he actually saw it, and his compliments are horrible. The compliments, like, these guys have the souls of accountants. No, they have the souls of the tools that accountants use. They have the souls of a calculator or an abacus or an app. Blanking on the name of the super Intuit, whatever. So what they want is for artists to not intimidate them, for artists to not put on airs, for artists to not be fancy, for artists to not be artists. They want basically, hey, I'm working on a loading dock, and here's a new guy on the loading dock, and he doesn't know how to use the forklift. So I've got one up on him. They don't want you forklift certified. You know what I mean? So again, it always makes me think of that Money for Nothing, where he's like, that little faggot has his own jet airplane. That little faggot is a millionaire. So it's just like working class guys in their soul, just despising artists for being larger than them, financially, talent-wise, etc. So yeah, that's my point. I think I made it relatively briefly. That the compliments for a positive review are awful, but it reveals what they think about art and artists and creativity and culture. They hate it. They despise it. They will allow it if you're small. Bragging about the low budget, and by the way, it looks like shit. The funny thing is, he's like, this reminds me of watching a sci-fi movie when I was growing up. It's like, that's not a compliment. Those movies suck. So congratulations. You spent a small amount of money and you got a cheap-looking movie with bad effects. But the director basically flirted with Drinker, and so it gets a positive review. But the positive is so damn negative. I feel like I'm catching strays, just like, oh, that hurts. Oh, please never describe one of my books as adequate, okay, and they didn't spend as much money as Marvel. Like, what? That hurts. Just as a theoretical, that hurts. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.